28th of April 2020, and we're on our way to the hospital. Look around at all the ambulance vans that are there. There are so many ambulance vans because the hospital is completely deserted. There's hardly anyone inside the hospital at all. Normally the hospitals will be so packed right now. This is one of the children's rooms on the ward that they asked us to wait in. This is the children's waiting room, and it was completely empty. Look at that, guys. Completely empty. Okay, so now we're on the way to go and get x-rays. Woo! So two things I found quite strange is, one, before we entered the room, the nurse asked my 10-year-old niece if she's happy for me to be in a room with her, otherwise she was willing to carry on without me being present in the room, which I found absolutely ridiculous. And the second thing I found quite strange was, as I was just about to enter the room with my niece, the nurse said to me, "Are you pregnant? Are you expecting a child?" And I just kind of stood there at first and just looked at her like, what? And then by the look on my face, well, she could only see my eyes because I was masked up. She then informed me that ladies who are pregnant, their child can be affected by the x-rays, which I found very alarming because 5G is bad enough and we've seen what it's doing to our health, right? Lowering our immune system. But x-rays are even way more harmful than 5G, and this is what it does to unborn child. It's just dangerous. So because I knew I had to go to the hospital, I had to mask up for the first time, which felt so weird. I was definitely out of my element. But back to the x-ray room. So I had to stand behind this protective glass because even when she was doing the x-rays, it was very harmful for anyone that's in contact with it at all. You have to be behind the screen. So today was the first time that I ever wore a mask, and in that moment of actually putting the mask on, it made me realize and understand why people feel so fearful. It's because it's a bit like preparing yourself in a war outfit if you know you're about to go and fight a war. That's the equivalent of wearing a mask. So I would honestly encourage people to go out your normal everyday lives without any mask on, because it helps you to continue to stay confident and courageous. What was absolutely so beautiful is to witness how many people were getting back to normal everyday lives, being on the streets, being out at work, and just being able to go for food shopping and actually seeing food back on the shelves, in the freezers. It was absolutely an amazing sight. No one knows when all this is going to be over and how long we've got until businesses can be reopened and when this social distancing can get scrapped off the agenda. So it's just better to use this time wisely and positively. And one way of doing that is investing back into ourselves through self-love and self-care, and also making plans for businesses and ventures, passion projects, what we want to be doing, how we want to branch out. It's just good to use this time wisely right now, guys, rather than feed into what we don't have power and control over.